I'm going to Target. It's my big outing of the day, and I submitted my grades pretty late, like much later than I would like to or normally have, and I didn't do a great job with providing feedback, which really sucks because that's something that I pride myself on as a teacher, but it just didn't happen this semester. But I was talking with my therapist about how, like, part of burnout is not really feeling like you close the loop on anything. And I think part of what makes it, like, my specific version of that, everyone has their own, is that I do so many different kinds of things. And, you know, my task list at any moment has, like, a lot of different stakeholders, if you will, a lot of different people who care about one part of what I'm doing in a given day, but don't give a shit about, you know, other parts of it. Like, you know, my teaching job is totally separate from my day job, which is totally separate from my art schools, which is totally separate from, like, my creative research. And all of those are part of different worlds, have different deadlines, have different languages, have different expectations, have different, just, like, people and cultures involved and ways of being good at it. And that's a lot of what I've been talking about in therapy, is, like, how much I want to do a good job at any given moment. That's, like, a very driving characteristic of mine, or force, or motor, or whatever. And so it is actually, like, quite, there's, like, always a low frequency or hum of me trying to be good at something. And so when I'm doing multiple things, which is most of the time, and then when I finish something, though, that I'm able to feel kind of, but then because there's so many other things and so many other people who don't give a shit about what I just completed, I think that makes it hard to kind of feel like I'm making any progress, or that I'm, you know, sort of, like, evolving in any way or accomplishing anything at all. And so I'm trying to think about, like, in this moment, in real time, how I can feel like I completed something by turning in grades, even though it wasn't the way I wanted to. Like, that's the other thing, I always have, like, a version of how I would do something, and then how I actually did it. And if there's a delta between the two, feeling like, essentially, like I failed is, like, kind of the baseline emotion. So trying to find a balance of being constructive with myself and understanding that, yeah, there are things I would have done differently and wish I had done better this semester as a teacher and in that role, but then also, like, things I did well and things that I should be proud of myself for, and also allowing myself to feel the accomplishment of making it through another semester and having taught for this long, and I think having done a pretty good job at teaching for this long. Anyway, so I'm going to Target. The last thing I'll say is that the desert is so beautiful when it rains or after it rains, and there's really no way for you to know that unless you're here or have, like, experienced it. So you'll just have to imagine. Okay, bye.